Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to Blues Game Day Live alongside Kelly Chase, Darren Pang. We are at a brand new facility, my friend.
Beautiful facility. Wow.
We're at Little Caesars Arena here in downtown Detroit, and I tell you what, I look around here, and I know behind the nets it says Mr. I. Everybody wears a button that says Mr. I. Well, I tell you what, Mr. Ilitch would be darn proud of this.
Boy, would
this
he
is
ever.
Awesome, huh?
Well, he had an unbelievable vision. Unfortunately, he didn't get to see the whole thing through, and it's just starting around this area.
Yeah,
the vision that he had. But what a spectacular facility, and what a tribute to the Detroit Red Wings and their history.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, great stuff. You have a lot of memories at Joe Louis Arena.
Yeah, some of them I'm not that fond of.
Yeah, so these are going to be brand new memories here, huh?
Right. Yeah, you know what? No, they were all great. I think the first time that I played in Detroit, I remember it was the first exhibition game I ever played in the NHL.
In the NHL? It was in Detroit at Joe Louis?
For the Blues.
Wow.
And it was in Joe Louis Arena. They gave me number 31 to wear.
That's a good goalie number.
A good goalie number.
Cujo went on to wear that.
They were
with
suggesting something. I probably should have been a goalie. But the truth is that the memories there were always of history. Like I always respected the guys that were there in Detroit prior to me because of just what it meant to the city of Detroit, and how, being an original six team, so much history in Detroit in hockey, and it was a fairly new building too when you came. I think it came in '80, correct?
That's right,
so,
79-80. The All-Star game of '79 when Gordie Howe actually played
in the game,
yeah.
Right? So there's been some great memories here in Detroit, and again here they're trying to create more here in this beautiful facility that Mr. Ilitch had.
They went from the Olympia. And then when they went from the Olympia to the old Joe Louis Arena, it looked so. It was nothing like anything we had in the NHL, because we still had all the original six buildings. So you think back to that time where Joe Louis it had no character. And then it ended with all kinds of character.
Right. Well,
because all the new ones came up that had no character, and then Joe Louis had character.
That's right. It was kind of a boring building a little bit compared to some of the things that were going on. All of a sudden, when you're thinking about closing it down, you look around and go, it's kind of sad. And most importantly,
absolutely.
It's the people that made it great. It's the people that
you saw every single time you were there. They're always at the same door.
Security door.
Yeah.
In the press box. Al driving the Zamboni.
Yeah.
All of the guys that make the special memories in Detroit. So hey, the St. Louis Blues here, they understand the nostalgia. They understand what's gone on here in the past, and they're trying to create a little bit of a legacy of their own with this group. And they've been starting to get on the upswing again.
Chaser, our last Blues Game Day Live, of course, was just prior to the Dallas Stars game, and we thought that Dallas with Jamie Benn and with Tyler Seguin and Radulov, that they'd come out humming. I was pretty impressed with the way the Blues played that hockey game, and pretty impressed with the way they didn't give that top line very much.
No, they certainly didn't. It was more of a chess match at the start of the game, and and the Blues just kept chipping away. We've talked about this though. Against the best teams, the Blues have stuck with their game plan. I remember hearing about Jersey being on such an upswing, and the Blues went in there and they maintained their composure and stayed with it, and ended up winning a 3-1 hockey game. Then they're playing against LA at the start of the year, same sort of scenario. So there's been a lot of games where they felt like there was a team really on the upswing, as Montreal had won 5 in a row, stuck with the game plan. I think that
went into
Minnesota, same sort of thing where teams are winning. And I think what they did that was impressive was that they stayed with the game plan and kind of postured until they had opportunities, and they capitalized.
Yep. And this one here today, the Detroit Red Wings are a team that have been an inconsistent team. They've shown some signs of being a real good team under Jeff Blashill, and then in their 2-game series or 2-game set against Montreal, they lost their way. They lost badly, but yet they come back and they beat a tough Winnipeg team.
Right.
I mean, that says something about this game. This is kind of a tricky game for the Blues, I think, because I'm not sure if it's not the identity of the old Detroit Red Wings.
No, they're a little bit schizo.
A little bit.
Yeah, they come in and sometimes you just don't know what you're getting out of them. But the interesting thing about them is that there's a lot of components to their game that make them real dangerous.
Yeah.
So if you take them lightly, you're going to be in big trouble. They do have a tendency when they get down in hockey games to take bigger risks, and that's when they really expose themselves. And I think that's the sign of a young team, a team that's trying to develop its character. So if the Blues can have a patient game, I think they're going to get plenty of chances.
Yeah, because they've got some speed here on this Detroit Red Wing team. Andreas Athanasiou, can you say that well?
Athanasiou. Athanasiou.
And Dylan Larkin, and so they got some guys that can go. And how about an Abdelkader is the kind of guy that I watch for this game because he knows the history of these two teams. He knows that there's got to be a little bit of an edge and a little bit of a sandpaper to it, and he's the one guy on that team that'll get involved and get in there. So I would look for number 8 on Detroit to get things involved. And I'm gonna pick a battle right off the hop here. Joel Edmondson and Abdicator. How do you like that?
I'm going to pick a different battle.
Okay, what do you got?
Vladdy Sobotka and Abdicator.
Ooh, oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
Don't forget about it.
World Championships a couple of years ago. Right. Abdicator got booted out of it.
Right. Abdicator hit Sobotka with a hit to the head and got kicked out of the game. And you know, the little Czech is probably got a pretty good memory, because I know it was one of those things where it infuriated him later. So that'll be one of the things.
This just picked up a little bit here. Get a little bit excited about this one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, don't quote me on that, but there could be a little bit of action tonight.
Well,
finally.
you know what? And in talking about Sobotka, he deserves a little praise.
Boy, he's
played great. When they've needed an edge, he was there. When they needed something in Minnesota, he was there. He played well in Montreal. I think he's played well for the last 12 to 15 games.
I don't disagree with you. His patience and his ability to slow the game down sometimes in the offensive zone to just kind of create plays and get guys out of sorts has been phenomenal. I mean, one of the real true meanings of a player growing up is his ability to hold on to the puck and not always just make the first instinctual play. And
that's why good players want to play with him.
Yeah, good players want to play with him because they know that he'll put it into soft areas in the ice that make it uncomfortable for the other team, and the other team finds himself chasing. And he has been terrific the last few games, and he's really, at times when the Blues got running around a little bit, he's brought the pace to a level where they can regroup.
You ever watch that lip sync battle on TV? It's pretty good, but I feel like lip syncing pretty soon here.
Good God. Well, before you do that, let's mention and say, we'd be remiss if we didn't. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. I'm going to let you sing right out of this. We want to say congratulations to our good buddy and VP, Steve Chapman, who was inducted into the East Coast Hockey League Hall of Fame. Yeah. Chappie, attaboy. You're a Hall of Famer, buddy. No one can ever take that away from you, so that's awesome.
It's a great hiring by the Blues. He's an incredible people
Kerber
person.
Hired him, right?
Well, Chris Kerber. Chris Kerber hired him. So they're good buddies from ways back, but congratulations, Chappie. That's pretty awesome, and we look forward to seeing his he's got to have a big speech or something.
Big speech.
Like, it's going to have to be huge.
I would be shocked if he didn't ask you to help him with it.
You're right, because he's going to need some big words.
Yeah, big words.
Right? Like holy jumping, thanks a lot. Or I showed gumption while I was on these bus, 15-hour bus rides. I had some gumption.
Right.
Hey, we got the 9 of Hearts. We played euchre.
Yeah,
had to have played euchre on the buses all those years in the East Coast Hockey League. Right? I don't think they had the kind of plane that the Blues fly in right now.
No, you're correct.
I don't think they played in this kind of rink.
I can guarantee you.
But I tell you what, it did do. Little character.
Develop character and heart.
That's right, big guy.
That's why he's there.
That's right. So congrats, Chappie. Want to wrap this one up?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we hit all the holes. Go ahead.
Don't know the tune. Anyway, enjoy the game. It's a 12 o'clock Central start, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The pregame shows are a half hour before that. For Kelly Chase, he'll be bringing it to the people on KMOX, that 100,000-watt blowtorch. You can get that everywhere. The whole East Coast Hockey League probably listens to KMOX.
And in Saskatchewan.
And in Saskatchewan as well. And so for Kelly Chase, I'm Darren Pang. In fact, I'm Darren Robert Pang. Oh, yeah. You have a great day, everybody, and enjoy the contest.